Yes. I'm going to show you how to clean properly on this Mexican tiles, the clay tiles. That's what I call them, Mexican tiles. And I've got some simple green. I put some simple green in a bucket and I only filled it up about yay far. And the first thing I want to do, you may think you know how to clean the floors. Hey, no problem, but there's a process to it. Especially for tiles like this that are 25 years old or older than that, and they've never been cleaned before. See how dark these lines are? And see this over here, I've already cleaned this. Okay, so I've just got a knee pad here. In fact, this is a yoga pad because I didn't have my knee pad with me, and I just folded it all up because you don't want to stay on your knees too long. And I'm just going to saturate this a little bit. And am I going to use just this brush to clean these lines? No. You just keep watching. Yeah, this is going to be, I don't know, I might split it up in 3 or 4 parts to clean this little section right here. And it's going to take me a little bit of time and effort, but it's going to be well worth it when I get done with this entire floor. You know, could I go rent some stuff and try to clean over here? Yeah, I probably could, but it's not going to get the grout lines. It's not going to get up around the baseboard. I'm still going to have to do this, and I don't want to spend much money on this. I want to save that money, and I'm going to give myself a nice little workout as well. Okay, so I got a $3 putty knife, just an inch and a half or so, and I'm going to go around the edges. I'm in the kitchen, and I want to get off any goobers, stuff that's gone on the floor and got pushed underneath the baseboard. Okay, and I can check the tiles too. I was going to do that later, but I can do it now. The last thing you want is to go over your floor, clean it, and then seal it. And then barefooted as you're walking on it, let's say you keep hitting that one annoying little bit of sand right next to the sink, right next to your cabinet, right next to the refrigerator. Or there's lots of grit on the floor and you're thinking, what's the deal here? I thought I just cleaned that. Well, maybe you didn't go over it with a putty knife. I could have used like a 3-inch putty knife, but this is the only one I have. So I get a little bit more of a workout and start getting used to using your left and right hand. I'm right-handed, but every once in a while when I get tired, I can use my left hand. I got a lumbar back support on too, because I'm going to be doing a lot of bending over here. Okay, now I have just a metal wire brush, a little small one. It's got a tip there that I can get in underneath the baseboard. And I'm going to do the grout lines because there's no way I can get up to there. Now granted, the grout lines underneath the base are going to be a lot cleaner than everywhere else, but I still do it. And then I'm going to use my brush just coming out about an inch or so. Okay. Okay. Now I've got a longer brush and I'm going to use this one first go over the grout lines here. And I'm just going to put on as much force as I can with just one hand at a time. I mean, I could go like this and really dig in there, but I'm going to get tired after a while. And the last thing I want to do is wrench my back. One hand at a time, that's plenty of pressure. Okay, I like this kind here. I don't like the wood ones. I like the plastic handle ones. That way I can flip it both directions. I can flip it this way if I feel more comfortable. Let's go over the grout lines. See, I could use my right hand and go over like this, but I don't want to wrench myself out of whack, my back, my side, or anything. And I can use my left hand. I can use my right hand. All we're doing is concentrating on the grout lines right now. Simple green. That's right. I use that stuff for everything. Flip it this way. And I can use my left hand. Flip it around so I don't get this caught right here or something. You notice where I have my pad, I'm doing about 4 lengths of tiles here. Now I can kind of lean over here. This is just my first once over on these grout lines, okay? Now granted, when they're like this, there's no way I'm going to be able to tell if they're 100% perfectly clean. But with the simple green on there, it's still doing its work. Right now, scrubbing. If you were to put this under a microscope, you'd see little mini guys doing that business right now. Okay? Now I've got a different brush. This is still a wire brush. I've got, 3 different types of brushes now. They're all the same type of brush. Okay, not too stiff, but not too soft either. And I like this little one because I can do this, and after a while, I can flip it around. So, I'm just going to go over the tile now, because lots of these tiles have marks on them. And granted, I'm not going to get every single little mark off. I'm going to take my putty knife. If I see any little bits of paint or whatever, I can always have this at the ready. Okay, because see all these marks on here? Now some of these are pits. With those pits, I'm not going to be able to, there's only so much I can do, because this goes right over the pit. So I can take my small one and kind of go in circular motions. And just, all I'm doing is trying to soften that black dirt and grime, Because once I seal it, I don't want those to stand out like a sore thumb. Oh yeah, didn't Joe do a good job? Yeah, right. Look at all those black marks on there. He said he really spent a lot of time. Yeah, right. He just threw it together. Okay. So now I'm going to do this and see. I used to always use it this way and put my finger right here. And that works after a while. Then you can do, your next finger. But after a while, your finger's going to get sore from pushing down here. So I thought, hey, let's just flip it around. I can put my palm of my hand here and grab this like that. Okay. Now I can put my full pressure on there, full force of my hand on here. And I'm going to look at each tile and see what all I think I need to do. Okay, see, got some dark edges there. See how that edge just went away? Just with this wire brush. And you don't want to stay in one area too long, or else you could leave a long mark here and a long mark there. And I don't want that. There's some more paint here. It's like, what's up with that? Why is there any paint around here? You'd be surprised at what all you're going to find on your floors. These cabinets are stained. I shouldn't even have any paint here. That was a little bit of green, and I'm like, where is there any green in this room? I'm not even seeing any. Okay, keep her going. Yeah, I've got to sit here and do every single tile on this floor. It's going to look good when I get done. Hardly any money spent. Nice little workout as well. Some sense of pride in your project. How much nicer that looks. You could do that as you go. Now see, I'm seeing one mark here. I'm just going to kind of blend that out a little bit. You know, dull it a little. When you get the sealer on there too, that's going to blend into, I mean, you know, this tile is 25 to 30 years old. It's not supposed to look brand new anyways. Got that nice worn look on it. I'm trying to keep everything pretty much the same. Okay. If you got tiles like this out in the hallway or something, maybe they're not as dirty, or maybe they are even dirtier in your traffic areas and not so much anywhere else, you know. But I would still say go over your tiles. You'd be surprised at how much dirt and grime is in here, and it's going to blend in everything and make it all look the same. I'm just dipping it in to the simple green a little bit. Now see, here's a line here, so I'm just going to go, I'm not going to push too hard, okay? See, that's pretty much out. Here's another edge right here next to the tile. Now it's gone. Here's a little spot here. I'm going to go a little bit more, and then circular. See? Okay. I'm not going to move anything. I'm not wiping anything down. I'm going to concentrate on these 4 tiles right here, and I've got my mat right here. I'm not going to move my mat. I'm doing just enough. I don't want to reach out too far one way or another. I don't want to reach this way too far. So I've come to the conclusion, for me, it's more comfortable for me to do 2 rows at a time, and I'm doing like 8 tiles here. So all I'm doing is concentrating on these 8 tiles right now. I don't care how big the floor is, how long it's going to take for me to do it. I'm looking at these 8 tiles. In fact, I can just look at these 2 tiles, or 1 tile, whatever. Okay? Concentrating on where the marks are. You get lots of shoe marks and stuff like that, and you'll be surprised at how well you can get it to blend in. And yes, you know, if you don't use a wire brush like this, and if you just wipe this down with a plastic scrub brush like that, let it sit for a while, you're only going to get so much. If that's all you want, that's all you're going to get. But I encourage you, if you're going to do something, geez, you might as well do it to the best of your ability and do it right. But that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.